So today we are going to be making chicken Alfredo pasta. These are your ingredients. We start off with 2 cups of fresh Parmesan cheese. You have 1 1/4 pound of chicken breasts, which are in these bags right here. You need 2 cloves of garlic, a cup of heavy cream. You need 14 ounces of chicken broth, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and you also need a 1/2 pound of penne pasta. So this recipe actually feeds 4 people, and today I'm having 8 people come over, so we are going to double the recipe. So instead we're going to need 8 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to need 2 cups of heavy cream. We're going to need 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to need 2.5 pounds of chicken breasts, and we're also going to need 4 cups of Parmesan cheese, a pound of pasta, which is exactly the amount in here, and we're going to need 28 ounces of chicken broth. So the first step is going to be preparing the chicken, where we're going to actually cut off all the fat and cut it into 1-inch pieces. And we're also going to season that with a little bit of salt and pepper when we're done cutting it. So the first step is first taking off the fat, which you can see over here I've already done. And then you're also going to cut the chicken into 1-inch pieces, so about this size. And you're going to do that for all of the chicken breasts. Okay, as you can see, we have finished cutting all of our meat in 1-inch pieces, and we have some salt and pepper sprinkled on top, just to give it a little bit of season. And then I've put my pan on the stove, and I have set it to medium heat, so I have it on 6 right now. And the next step is going to be putting 6 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan. So you'd actually do 3 if you're serving 4 people, but I'm serving 8, so I'm doing 6. We're going to let this heat up, and then we're going to put the chicken in and let that brown a little bit. So while this is heating up, we're going to come over here and we're going to mince the garlic. So you want to cut it in long strips because you want it in really small pieces. So you're going to cut it in long strips like I'm doing right now. And then you're going to do it into little tiny pieces. And you want to get really small, tiny pieces. So as you can see, it's now heated up, and so I put the chicken in, and you just want to coat the chicken with a nice white coating because you don't want it fully cooked yet because you're going to have to put it back in a hot pan later, and it's going to simmer like that for a while. So you don't want to fully cook it, you just want to get this white, nice outer coating on it. I have this nice white coating on all the chicken right now, and you can see it's bubbling up. So we are actually going to put the garlic that we minced a little while ago. We're going to put that right in the middle, and then we're going to saute for 1 minute. And you want to make sure you get all your garlic in. Okay, so the next step, now that you've added your garlic and you've sauteed for about a minute, you want to put in a pound of pasta if you're doubling the recipe. If not, you just want to put in a 1/2 pound. This is a full pound of pasta, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. Next, you're going to want to put in your cream, and if you're just doing the double recipe, then you're going to do 2 cups, but for a regular, you just want to do 1. So I'm going to open these up, and I'm going to pour those in. So there's 1. Here's 2. And you might want to stir.
Pour the broth in.
But for right now, we're just going to put the broth right in. And so this is 16 ounces, but you're actually going to want 28. So right now I have 16, so I'm going to have to fill this up to 28 in a second. So after adding those 3 ingredients, you have to bring it to a boil, and as you can see, it's starting to bubble. So that means we need to turn down to the heat about to 5 or 4. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And now I'm going to put on the lid, and we're going to let that simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes until the pasta is tender and cooked. In 15 minutes, so I'm going to open up the pasta. Oh, the pasta. And I'm going to check the noodles for tenderness. And they look pretty squishy. So we're going to add in the Parmesan cheese. And we're going to do 4 cups of Parmesan cheese. Or if you're just serving 4 people, that would be 2 cups. So I'm going to measure that out with a dry measuring cup right here. And I'm going to measure 4 cups of Parmesan cheese. So now we're going to add in the cheese. And so I've already measured out 1 cup. We're going to put that in. And then we're going to do a 2nd cup. We're going to pour that in. And you're going to repeat that the 2nd time. And see right here, we're going to have the salad. And here's some fruit to add into the little mix. We have some salad dressing. Over here, we have the chicken Alfredo pasta. Yummy yum.